My name's Kristin Olson, and I am the marketing officer at Crossroads Credit Union, which is a small credit union in rural Saskatchewan. We have a marketing department of one person. You can imagine sometimes things get a little bit challenging. So this is kind of where my story starts with Blue Dragonfly.
You and I met a little while ago, and before we started doing the Marketing Strategy Playbook, tell us a little bit about what draw you to that.
One of the big things was when I came into this role, I covered it was a maternity leave. And it was a role that I didn't know if it was something I was going to be able to do. There are a lot of things that I was learning for the first time. When you're learning all of these new things and putting in all this time and you hear the word strategy playbook, social media strategy, all of these things, those words they're scary words because you're thinking that sounds like a lot of work. And I don't know if I have the time to do this. And I think that's the biggest challenge. Became just a shifted mindset. I got started with Leanne. It took time, but it saved time, if that makes sense.
You said maybe it was a mindset. So is that what you felt? What shifted for you to make you think, okay, maybe now is the time where I should look at investing in my professional development? What made you think now's the time for the playbook?
Yeah, I think evolution, things evolve, right? Um, staying current and challenging myself um, to learn more, and I think that's a big part of marketing is you're always learning. You want to know as much information as you can possibly know because it helps you to do your role in what we're doing.
When we first started working together with a playbook, what stood out for you, or what made you either hesitate or go, okay, let's do this?
I really enjoyed is that I didn't feel alone because you did the heavy lifting. You were there to support, and there was homework, but every single piece of takeaway homework helped me learn a little bit more. I uncovered things in our organization that I didn't know existed. I didn't feel alone at all throughout that process. And that's what made it manageable. I felt supported, like 100%.
Through the playbook process, you help to elevate your education. For you as a leader in your organization, you are now the educator about marketing to help your teams go from tactic focus, and you're helping to get them to understand what the process is to get from the corporate goals to why are we doing the tactic. What's changed for you since you implemented the playbook?
One thing that sticks out in mind, we're doing what came out of the playbook specifically is a grad campaign. Using that playbook through the whole process, right? So where's our audience that we want to focus on, the youth? And then looking at the timeline when we kind of put in this youth campaign for the timing. So all of these pieces in the playbook took me through that campaign nicely, right? The understanding, the why, the all of that. And then it was basically, I was able to gift wrap it to give to our staff to take it to the next step. So that was very helpful.
So when you think about changes since you have implemented your playbook, would it be accurate to say that changes that you've made now, and this ties to the comment before that you made about how it took a little bit of time, but now it saves time, in that you don't have to recreate each reel. You are able to look to see what you want to do, and you can just grab pieces out of the playbook and then press play, make it happen. Would that be
Yeah,
accurate?
absolutely.
So the playbook is a part where it helps you to have that foundational learning, understanding what are we marketing, who are we marketing to, what are we building upon, what are we supporting, And through each of our sessions that we have throughout the playbook, my goal is to help to teach. What could this mean? What does this mean? How do you apply this in your day to day? Did that come through for you?
Absolutely.
Teaching?
Yes. Yep. It absolutely did. Understanding. I mean, I didn't know what a SWOT analysis was before. And now it's like, oh yeah, and makes complete sense. I needed to have deeper conversations with our leadership to know what exactly it is that what their goals were. And that was the very first takeaway. And I remember you saying that sometimes that was the last piece to come in the playbook, just getting that time to have a collaborative meeting with the team. So the timing was perfect. And I feel like that really started something for us. And so now it's something that we do. We have quarterly collaboration meetings with our managers. And at that first meeting, we had already had our first meetup. I was able to take the information and you gave me some guided questions, specific questions to ask them. I think it opened their eyes too to be like, hmm, you know, maybe we need to have some better conversations. And again, it doesn't happen overnight.
Do you feel or have you noticed any shifts in how leadership views marketing?
Yeah, I am seeing that there's a lot more education that will come with time. I did a presentation to our ELT, executive leadership team. And so I did a presentation to them and it was awesome. It went very well and everyone was some of the staff left there, I feel like pumped up and ready.
What advice would you give someone who's just beginning to think about doing a playbook, or what advice would you give to your past self from
And
your
past
now
self.
self?
Um yeah, I think just giving it a chance and giving it a go. And a lot of times you don't see the value that something can bring you until you experience it yourself. And I think that's it. I think it's being open to challenging yourself and you're not going to be disappointed.
So if you could sum it up on a personal note, what difference has this made for you?
Personally, I think it's definitely increased my confidence in conversations. I think personally, I do feel like it's given me that leadership, you know, ownership of what I'm doing. And yeah, I don't know.
Big thing.
Yeah, it is a big thing. And it feels good. And it takes the guessing out of things too.
Obviously made a difference for you in your role, but it rippled out and is now making an impact on how other leaders can guide their teams and make an impact in their space. If you had to describe your playbook experience in 3 words,
Educational, informative, and inspiring.
awesome. Well, thank you so much. Anything else that you want to share with whoever is watching or listening?
Meeting Leanne was amazing. And I'm so happy that, things happen for a reason. I think I met you for a reason. And you've, guided me through a lot of things and educated me in so many areas. It's been it's been awesome because um there's the, tactical side of things and there's the creative part of things and there's all of those community outreach things and I love doing all of those types of things, but working with you took everything to the next level, like a higher level, deeper understanding of why we do all those things and developed really the playbook as a story, our credit union's story, and it just has made things easier. And that's huge, especially in a role where all of those things, all of those fun, amazing things are your responsibility. So to have a roadmap and all of those kinds of things, it's huge.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Thanks for your time today. I really appreciate everything you've shared. And I just know that anyone reading, watching, or viewing this is going to get a lot out of it too. Thanks so much, Kristin.
You're welcome.